and move them whatever is indicated. So in this case, we take all the x values, add 4, and the y values drop 3. That has the effect of moving each point 4 to the right and 3 down. So we'll just count it off. 1, 2. And that would happen with each of these coordinates. Now it is going to preserve its shape. So you can use these coordinates to figure out where they would end up. So this is 3 over and 2 down from here. So if I went 3 over, 2 down from here, this would be the new shape. Don't forget to actually draw in the new shape as you are translating the whole thing. Similarly, this is going to drop this to left 2 and up 1. Left 2, up 1, left 2, up 1. Simple. Now, the reflections are a little bit trickier because you have to make sure that you get the line correct. X equals 2 is vertical, so the x value is always 2. So when you reflect, it's going to end up on the other side of the line of reflection at the same distance. So this point here will become this one here. This is 3 away, so it'll be 3 away, but on the other side here. 1 away over here. And then this is 3 and then 2, so 3 and then 2. And that means that there's your new shape. Remember, if a point is on the line of reflection, it does not move. So when you reflect across the y-axis, you should get a mirror image of the same shape. Now remember, the orientation does change on the other side of the line of reflection, just like that. The rotations are a bit trickier. Remember, you do have a formula sheet, so when it says counterclockwise 90, that would be an R positive 90, and on XY, that becomes opposite Y, X. So then, that means the original Y value becomes the opposite. It becomes the X. So this is sitting at -1, so it becomes a positive 1. And where it was a 3, it's going to become so positive 1 and then 3. 2, 3, right there. So opposite Y, so the Y is -1, so it becomes a positive 1, and then a -1 in the X. So 1, -1, right here. This has a Y value that is -1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to become positive 5, and the X value is 3. So it's going to be positive 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. And last but not least, this will become a positive 4, -1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. If all goes well, then you'll end up with a nice rotation, in this case counterclockwise, 90 degrees. So the shape rotated 90 degrees that way, centered, of course, about the origin. 270 counterclockwise around about the origin is, and once again you have a formula sheet, XY becomes Y opposite X. Very similar, but not quite the same as the 90. So that would mean you're looking at whatever the original Y value was becomes the X. So these have Y values of 1, so they're going to be 1, but then opposite of the X. So this is going to become 1, 1. This will become 1, and it was a -4, so it's going to become 1, 4. So 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And this, of course, will become, well, the Y value is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the X value is a -1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to become 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means that we've now rotated this this direction, counterclockwise. So each of these points have rotated 270 degrees. Please bear in mind that's the same as going 90 degrees clockwise, same thing.